Welcome in Decor Bomb. Please share and subscribe to see more. Living room wall decor ideas that are anything but boring blank walls can be a total headache when you don't have time, funds, or ideas, but they certainly don't have to be. Scroll through these wall decor ideas for every type of person: the DIY decorator, total trendsetter, penny pincher, planned person, vintage visionary, focused functionalist, and salvaging soul. Warm up your white walls with a collection of woven baskets. The honey tones in the natural material will bring a cozy vibe to your space, while the woven element adds texture and dimension to the walls. Bikes as wall decor. I'm all in. Contemporary wood mounts look chic and hold the colorful bicycles in place. Add a little geography to your home's design with an antique world map. This is an easy and cost-effective wall decor solution. You can even pinpoint all the places you've been for a great conversation piece when entertaining guests. Woven wall hanging. If you're a fan of bohemian style, you've definitely noticed the resurgence of flat weave textiles. These add pattern and texture to your space and bring a vintage-inspired element into your space. Add a little geography to your home's design with an antique world map. This is an easy and cost-effective wall decor solution. You can even pinpoint all the places you've been for a great conversation piece when entertaining guests. Woven wall hanging. If you're a fan of bohemian style, you've definitely noticed the resurgence of flat weave textiles. These add pattern and texture to your space and bring a vintage-inspired element into your space. Framed vintage scarf. Frame this common thrift store find for a pop of color on your wall. Choose a scarf with an intricate pattern for more visual impact. Time for a clock. This large metal wall clock is the perfect addition to this reading nook. Timing yourself. Just got fun. Ready, set, read. This gallery wall displays the homeowner's personal items, like diplomas, Beatles collectibles, and albums, to create a beautiful masterpiece. What's great is that the albums are sitting on a ledge and can be accessed and played whenever the moment or mood is right. Ceiling medallion. Buy an inexpensive ceiling medallion at a home improvement store to mount on your wall, rather than the ceiling. Paint or stain it to match your room's color scheme. Pattern tapestry. Pack a powerful punch on a large wall by hanging a colorful tapestry. Choose a pattern that complements your room's design. Round mirrors are hot right now and work well with multiple design styles. They're a great way to fill a wall without adding color and make a room feel much larger. Styled floating shelf. Move over gallery walls. Styled ledges are having a moment. This is the perfect option if you're a person who likes to switch things up frequently. Unexpected art with back walls. The colorful potato sacks really stand out. Unexpected materials, like these, add drama and character to your design that will help your home really stand out. Blow up your own black and white photo and hang it on a prominent wall to create a meaningful art piece without spending a fortune. This eclectic gallery wall ties the entire space together with a quirky, yet elegant feel. Heirloom pieces are mixed in with antique store finds and plants to add a whimsical element to the space. This chalkboard wall creates a central hub of information, perfect for quick reminders, daily schedules, or keeping kids entertained. The best part? You can change the look of your wall whenever you please with some chalk and a little creativity. Dress up old portraits with ornate brass frames for a vintage-inspired look. Pair the vintage wall decor with more modern pieces to achieve an overall eclectic feel. Practical and pleasing to the eye, this oversized calendar is ideal for a family kitchen or personal office. Salvage pieces that have meaning to you and your family. This old storefront sign is ultra charming but also tells a story of days gone by. Designers share 40 ways to make your living room cozy, whether you're working with a small space or just want to give your great room a more intimate vibe. A few of our favorite designers share inspiration and practical design tips for creating a cozy living room. Master that living room aesthetic with these expert tips and tricks. The addition of richer textures that complement existing decor is an instant way to make any room feel that much cozier, says interior designer Caitlin Murray of Black Lacquer Design. Fur, velvet, and Mongolian lamb are my favorite fabrics to layer for that cuddled-up vibe. The great thing about these materials is that a little bit here and there can completely transform the feel of a room, she says. Her advice for incorporating these materials in your own living room? Add a velvet pillow to a chair, or toss a fox fur throw over your sofa for an instant dose of cozy. Acknowledge historic architecture working with an old home and a contemporary design aesthetic. Instead of demolishing period architecture, consider hanging on to it for cozy's sake. Designer Rafe Churchill of Hendricks Churchill LLC explains how old and new work together to create a sense of comfort. We love old interiors, especially when using contemporary furnishings. We believe there's some kind of nesting effect that occurs between a historic house and its modern interior, Churchill says. This gorgeous living room is no exception. By keeping the existing millwork and paneling and then furnishing with contemporary pieces, this living room seems to almost acknowledge the history of the house and even finds comfort in it. Take a holistic approach. Interior designer Sarah Barnard takes a holistic approach to design, incorporating healthy, natural materials to promote wellness. In this living room, she used eco-friendly furnishings, raw fibers, and organic textiles. Creating a restorative environment begins with sustainable choices, she says. Even the smallest decisions matter and can have profound effects on our health and the environment. Barnard also incorporated the homeowner's treasured collection of mineral specimens in this space, which fits with her overall design mantra. Live with what you love, she urges. Surround yourself with beauty and positive energy. Try the furniture arranging trick that's worked for ages, the conversation circle. It doesn't have to feel overly formal or outdated. Here, Jen Feldman created a conversation circle that feels casual and inviting. Instead of using a traditional sofa and a chair layout, we opted for four oversized, upholstered swivel chairs that created a comfortable, laid-back conversation circle, all while keeping the room polished and pulled together in grown-up whites. Feldman says interior designer Ginger Curtis of Urbanology Designs says natural wood is a go-to when she's trying to make a large, open living area feel warm and inviting. The use of natural wood in a living space not only acts as a decorative or functional feature, but it can provide balance by adding texture and warmth, she says. It has an organic element that reminds you of nature and brings a cozy, unfussy look and feel to a contemporary space. She suggests installing large beams, plank walls, or raw oak floors for major impact, or a handmade wood table as an accent piece. If you're lucky enough to have a fireplace, let it be the star of the show. A fireplace is inherently cozy, so by designing your space around it, you ensure a sense of automatic comfort. Carefully curate the accessories and artwork that surround it to draw the eye in, like interior designer Lexi Westergaard did here. My client wanted to have a picture of her kids above the fireplace, so we layered some vintage art pieces around the space to help create a more relaxed and curated look, Westergaard says. She explains that the sconces help complete the vignette and the space as a whole. They gave the option to add mood lighting at night and further enhance the ability to create the perfect, cozy space. Don't be afraid to incorporate photos in a bold way. Meaningful photography can create intimacy in a way that basic artwork can't. Large-scale black and white photos work especially well from a design standpoint. Interior designer Wendy Blackburn says the horse photo in this living room brought both color and personality to the space. The black and white photo added the bright white. It's beautiful, but also quirky, she says. When working with white walls, like the ones in this living room from Lexi Grace Design, it's important to layer in warmth. Grace's advice on how to do it? Any element that brings the outdoors in is a great way to add contrast and a bit of coziness to a bright, white room, she says. Here, a reclaimed wood mantle and a tray stump turned side table do the trick.